So hello everyone, today we will discuss another LeetCode question, that is maximum sum of distinct subarrays with length k. So this question says that we are given an integer array nums and an integer k, and we need to find the maximum subarray sum of all the subarray of nums that fulfill these two conditions. So the first condition is the length of subarray should be equal to k and all the elements of the subarray should be distinct. So indirectly they are saying that the length of subarray should be k, as well as the number of elements inside that subarray should also be k, because it should be distinct. So if the length of subarray is k, then the elements inside that subarray should also be k. So, and we need to come across various subarrays of this type which fulfill these conditions, and then we need to return the maximum subarray sum among all the subarrays which fulfill these two conditions. So let us go through one of the example. So if we see the first example, here the k given to us is 3. So let us check each and every subarray of length 3. So first is this subarray. So all the elements inside this subarray is distinct. So we can calculate the sum, that is 5 plus 4 plus 1 equal to 10. So we can store it somewhere and find the maximum among all of these. So we just store 10 somewhere and move on to the next subarray. So this next subarray would be 5, 4 and 2. Again the length of subarray is 3 and all the elements inside it are distinct. So we can calculate the sum as 11. So 11 is greater than 10. So our new answer would be 11. So we can keep on doing that. And let us see the next subarray. It is again length 3 and all the elements inside this subarray is distinct. So the sum of elements inside this subarray would be like 15, and 15 is greater than 10 and 11. So our new answer would become 15. So we can check another subarray of length 3, but this won't be considered because 9 is being repeated. So it does not fulfill this second condition. So this is not a valid subarray according to this question. So we can go on to the next subarray. This is 9, 9 and 9. Again the length of subarray is 3, but the second condition, that is all the elements should be distinct, it is not fulfilled here because 9 is repeated. So again it is not valid subarray according to this question. So we found the maximum sum to be 15, and it was the maximum among all the subarrays that were valid. So we return the answer as 15. So now let us see how we will approach this question. So again in this kind of question we are dealing with subarray. So we can use the technique of sliding window, whereby we will check each and every subarray of size k, and we will check if all the elements inside a subarray are distinct or not. And if these two conditions are met, then we will calculate its sum and store it somewhere. We will do for each and every subarray, and in the end the maximum sum would be a final answer, and we will return that answer. So we can keep track of the length of the subarray with the help of I and j pointer, but to deal with the second condition we will use a map, whereby we will keep pushing elements inside a map of that subarray, and if our subarray length reaches k, at that moment our map size should also be equal to k, because if our subarray size is k, so the number of distinct elements should also be k as well. So map will keep track of the distinct elements, because we can see here our subarray length is 3, but inside our map the map size will be 1 only, because it contains only one element, that is 9. So with the help of map we can keep check of the distinct element, and if these two conditions are met, then only we will compute the sum. Otherwise we will skip that subarray, because that subarray doesn't hold these conditions, and in the end we will return the answer. So let's code it now. So we have initialized I pointer and j pointer. J pointer correspond to the right pointer, and for the left part I have used I pointer. So we will also initialize our current sum, which will be initialized to 0, and our final answer as well. So rest will keep the maximum sum that is currently possible, and we have initialized to 0, and since answer should be returned in long, so we are declaring both of these sum and res as long, and we also have to initialize our map. So now we have to iterate towards the right part until we reach the end of the subarray, and within that only we will compute the valid subarray and its corresponding sum. So we'll do this until our j reaches to the end, and whenever we are iterating, we'll keep on updating our sum, and also we will keep on adding that number into our map. So we'll keep on increasing its frequency inside our map, and we'll increase our j pointer as well. So for the computation, what we will do is, whenever our length of subarray becomes equal to k, now length of subarray is nothing but j minus I plus 1. So whenever whenever the length of subarray becomes k, we will check another condition, if our map size is also equal to k or not. If map size is equal to k, then only it is a valid subarray, otherwise it is not a valid subarray. And if it's a valid subarray, we will update our answer to the maximum possible answer that we can get. Otherwise, if it's not the if map size is not equal to k, that means there are some there are not unique elements present. There are some elements that are being repeated twice or thrice or maybe frequently. So this is not the valid subarray. We need to move it to the right part and delete some of the elements from the left part. So to delete some of the elements to the left part, we will first decrement our sum value from the left part, that is the element that is present towards the left, and we will also decrement the frequency inside our map. Now if the frequency of that element inside maps becomes equal to 0, that means it's not present in our current subarray. That means we need to erase it from our map also, because what happens is, even if some element has frequency equal to 0 and we have not erased it, still it will be counted as an element with 0 frequency. So we need to erase it as well, and we'll keep on incrementing our left pointer and we'll compute it again and again until we get the maximum sum. So yeah, in the end we will return the res. Let us check if it is working or not. So let us submit this. So yeah, it is working. So hope you understood this question. Thank you.